Right, good morning folks, welcome to this week's video. So we are out on the River Waveney here today. We're at Beccles. We're coming out on a charter boat today with Tim from Treble Hooked Fishing. We're going to be heading up and down the river today, and hopefully we're going to stick a couple of fish on the boat, but you know what my luck is.
That's a Strike Pro gubby. That's sort of semi-floating jerk bait, so as it goes in the water you have to put the movement into it, so you'd be flashing it like that and you let it sink and then bring it up again. It's supposed to imitate like a wounded fish. They're really good, so we'll be giving them a go. So for the perch we'll be using these lighter rods with a fixed spool, and then we've got just a jig head, and that's got a claw on it. We represent a crayfish, but we do use wire trace for them because a lot of jacks will bite them off. A lot of people just go fluoro, but you do get bite off because there's a lot of jacks in the river, so that's just a real thin wire trace on there. So when we get to a spot and we want to do a bit of perch fishing, before we start doing that I'll throw a few red maggots out in the swim, and then sometimes we'll use bean or worms. So when the jig head lands on the bottom, sometimes perch will take them when they're actually dormant and they're not doing anything. So sometimes what we do is we put these worms on the actual jig as well, and that's still giving a little bit of movement, but not as much as what you would be when you're jigging. So hopefully that can get a bite.
So biggest fish that you've had on the boat?
What, this last season? Or?
Yeah, last season.
22.5.
Lovely. Right, so at least somebody knows what he's doing when it comes down to lure fishing. So yeah, so just talking about Treble Hooked Fishing, so it's based out of Galleon Boatyard down at Puddingmore in Beccles here. I'll stick all the links and everything to Tim in the description below. So anyway, we've got a bit of light now, so we're going to get down the river, and let's see what we can get. Yeah.
You're in about 6.5 foot here.
Is it?
Yeah, and you've got 2 foot of weed off the bottom, but you can let that sink quite a bit.
Look, fish on.
Yeah. Oh, I thought his tail come off there.
The tail's come off. Well, look at that, absolutely well chuffed with that. That's probably about the 3rd cast we've had today. So what are we saying here is, Tim? 5?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
And that was off that little Rapala that we were using, so yeah, well chuffed with that, absolutely brilliant. Fingers back. Hopefully it'll go back. Well chuffed with that. So that's probably about the 3rd cast on that one. So yeah, about £5 fish. At least we ain't blank, that's the main thing. And Roman, you can eat your heart out with that one. At least I've got one as well. So yeah, we're literally just going to carry on. We're literally just pulling ourselves up by the bank here, and then just fishing along the bank, and then just repositioning the boat and having a go again. So anyway, let's get another lure in the water and hope for its mother. Fish on.
He's absolutely that.
So what was that one caught on?
That was on a Rapala.
Fish on.
Yeah?
Yeah. Right, lovely. I don't know what we've got on here. It's definitely a pike. Anyway, it's a little bit bigger than the first one. Definitely bigger than the first one, actually. Yeah. Oh, I've got half of the weed as well. Oh, yeah, it's a nice fish. Lovely. So he's probably what, 7?
Yeah.
7?
Lovely fish.
Down on that Rapala again. So yeah, absolutely well chuffed with that. So at least we're not blanking. We come out with someone who knows his stuff and we'll catch him. Right, so let's get this one back in the water.
Yeah, he's alright. That's the bottom in sonar, that's the weed on the bottom, and then that's the actual river bed, that hard bottom there, or soft bottom here. That's your side imaging, so that goes out both sides. It can go up to 200 foot each side, and these here, them little white dots will be fish, which is on there because you've got the shadows underneath them. There's like a branch or something there, and this one is the difference. So we know in 8 foot, 10 foot.
Well, absolutely brilliant morning so far. So I had 2 fish so far, a couple of takes, and lost one as well. So it just shows you, you know, how important it is to actually come out with someone who knows what they're doing and knows the spots. And with all of the gear that Tim's got on the boat here, you know, he's been able to sonar the bottom there and see what's going on, and you know, obviously, you know, his local knowledge as well, knows where to fish and where to catch. So you know, I'd definitely recommend coming out with him and giving this a go. So we're literally just going to throw a couple of those Rapalas out again on this little section that we're on now, and Tim's just baited up one area that we're going to come back and give a go for some perch a little bit later on.
Lovely thick, isn't he?
It's beautiful. Yeah, that'd eat well, that one.
Reckon we ought to try on perch, mate. Lovely old job, I reckon.
Right, that'll do us for this anyway. So that was the Rapala that I caught those 2 on, and as you can see from it, it's quite a heavy lure, but it's got really, really good action when it's swimming in the water. And the great thing about it is it's sort of multi-depth, so you can pretty much fish this, you know, on the surface, a foot under the water, or off the bottom. But yeah, I've never used any of those before, but I'm really, really impressed with that. So I'm going to have to purchase a couple of those. So we're going to have a bash for some perch now. So I am going to set up, I think we'll set up the Fish Rig 180, and we'll stick a couple of little Ned rigs onto that, and let's hope to get some perch. So you've seen this one probably on a couple of videos before. So this is the Fish Rig 180. This is, it's a bit of a, it's a bisexual rod, this one is, because it's a bit sort of, it's telescopic and also a sectional rod. So you've got the first 3 sections of this one, as you can see here, are telescopic. And then you've got 2 different weighted tips there. I I've done a review video on this. I'll stick the link up the top there for that. But as we're perch fishing, we're going to use the lighter tip there, and that's the green tip one. So we'll get this all set up, and I think we'll start off with a couple of craws, I think, and see how we get on there. Two different fins.
Yeah, that is. I mean, obviously, like that globe fishing there, I'll keep one.
There we go. We'll give that one a go. Alright, no go so far. Hey ho, here's what it is. This is my typical fishing, this is, isn't it? So we're just going to head back down the river, down to that area there where Tim baited up earlier on, and give it a go with some more of these and see how we get on.
Just going to give this swim a go. It's quite good for perch here, so we'll just give this a little go on this bit. That's all in the middle. They took it in the middle.
Right.
Really, the other way.
There we are, there's one.
You are?
Yeah. I think it's a little cucumber though. Yeah. Oh no, it's a decent perch.
It's about three or four of them behind it.
Here we are, so first one of the day. Come on, pick up your fins. No, he's not picking up his fins, but absolutely beautiful. Beautiful colours, beautiful stripes. That one would make good eating as well. Anyway, let's get that one back in the water. Smashing. Lovely old job, huh? And at least we had one, a couple of takes on the perch, but we're going to head back downstream now. Back to where we had the pike, do a bit more perch fishing just down there, and then we'll probably go back over to some pike in a bit. But this has been an absolute cracking day out so far. Definitely recommend it. Tim is really knowledgeable, and he's definitely shown me how to catch a few fish, which is a first for everything. Cucumbers.
Yeah.
So we're just finished by the railway bridge. I had nothing up there. Tim had a couple of pike. Lost probably a pike or a perch over there. So, but anyway, we've just come up here. We're now going to fish just by this river wall here for hopefully get some perch. It's been an absolute cracking day out here today. Really enjoyed it. Tim is a really knowledgeable guy, and he has yet to have any of his clients blank off his boat. So there we go. So I really recommend, if you fancy a bit of guided fishing on the River Waveney down this end, I really would recommend that. Anyway, enough gabbing on. Let's get the rods out and see whether we can catch a few more. Right, so it's been an absolute fantastic day out today. Really enjoyed myself with Tim. He's a really knowledgeable guide and just knows his stuff, and obviously we haven't blanked, which is the main thing. So I'll stick a link to all of his Instagram, Facebook, Bebo, whatever in the description below there if you want to get hold of him and come out for a day. It's well worth it. Really recommend it. So thanks for watching this week's video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please just hit the subscribe button just below there. As always, a couple of videos for you to take a look at, and we'll see you next week on the next one.